Hello, baseball fans. This is King Ikeboo coming to you live from Comiskey Park on the south side of Chicago once again, where we will play out-of-the-park baseball in the 1930-1968 challenge. You might be thinking, didn't you go on and on not including out-of-the-park baseball? Well, yesterday I remembered that I had a 9th game on my computer that I bought like 3 years ago that would be perfect for this series. So because we have 9 games, I can include out-of-the-park baseball. And that's what I did. And I played, yesterday I played the Phillies, of course, to finish off that 9-game series. And once again, the 1930 Phillies, in fact, out-of-the-park, had the biggest blowout of any game for the 1930 Phillies. Some people believe it's the most accurate. Well, if that's true, then it just validated every other game, even more so with an exclamation mark that the 1930 Phillies were superior in every way to the 1968 Phillies. So we're going to do it again, and we're going to play the White Sox to finish off this series. This series is currently 5-3 for the 68 White Sox, so there's no way that the 1930s can come back and tie this thing, but they could get to within 1 game. I have a 5-4 series. Here's the comparisons. And here's, I don't want to say anything bad against out of the park, but it seems to have, it puts Ron Hansen, for instance, as a 2.5-star guy. Ron Hansen did not play in any other of the games. He was not good enough to do so. And he, in fact, in 1968 was a 196 hitter. So these are the ratings of a 196 hitter. Well, that's stats. Here we go. 55, 55, 65, 60, and 45 seems very arbitrary to me. Gary Peters is the starting pitcher today. He's the best pitcher on the staff when he was at best the number 3 starter, but he has incredible ratings, so he gets the start today. And this is the worst offensive team. We've documented that in the history of baseball since 1920, and they have better ratings than, a decent offensive team, not great, but, a much better offensive team in the 1930 White Sox. They have 4 guys here, and, Smead Jolly is one of the great hitters on the team, and he is really bad. It was Carl Reynolds is the best hitter on the team, and he should be. But, there's 300 hitters here that have 1 star versus a 196 hitter with 2.5 stars. It just seems arbitrary to me. I don't know. Maybe these stars and these ratings don't mean anything. We'll see how it plays out. So that's what we're going to do. That's end of dissing of any out-of-the-park baseball. That's not my intention. We are going to use it as one of the 9 games that we're going to play. So we're going to enjoy this one just as much as the others. And I don't know what the sound is like, if it's too loud or what. But we will play this one now. So here are the lineups once again to remind you for the 1930 White Sox. Leading off and playing third base, Willie Cam. Batting second, the center fielder, Johnny Watwood. Batting third, the right fielder, Carl Reynolds. Batting fourth, the left fielder, Smead Jolly. Batting fifth, the second baseman, John Kerr. Batting sixth, the catcher, Benny Tate. Batting seventh, the shortstop, Bill Sissel. Batting eighth, the first baseman, Bud Clancy. And a surprise starter today. Once again, he's at best the 3rd best starter on the team, but he gets a start today, Red Faber. Now for your 1968 White Sox. Leading off and playing second base, Sandy Alomar Sr. Batting second, the left fielder, Tommy Davis. Batting third, the first baseman, Tommy McCraw. Batting fourth, the third baseman, Pete Ward. And he's been the best hitter on the team all through the series. Although other guys like Tommy McCraw had big days too. Batting fifth, his first start of the series at shortstop, Ron Hansen. Batting sixth, the center fielder, Ken Berry. Batting seventh, the catcher, Dwayne Josephson. Batting eighth, the right fielder, Buddy Bradford. That might be his second start. And batting ninth, the starting pitcher, his first start of the series, Gary Peters. So here we go. We're going to get this one underway. Gary Peters pitching to Willie Cam. The weather's not nice. It's cloudy, but so far no rain. I wonder if that will have an impact here. And he walks Willie Cam to lead the game off. So Willie Cam, he has some decent stealing. Dwayne Josephson is an above-average catcher, so that's not going to be our game here today. Yes, I'm playing once again as the 1930 White Sox. So here's Jimmy Watwood facing the left-hander Gary Peters. And he can bunt. He can bunt for a hit. I want to know if he can hit and run. He avoids Ks not too well. So it'd be kind of iffy. So first inning, we'll just let him see what he can do today. And it could be a double play. One throws it to first, and Watwood beats it out to prevent the double play. So it's a fielder's choice. One away here in the first. Carl Reynolds, the best hitter on the team, playing right field today. Hits it pretty hard. Over to Tommy Davis, who is there. Makes the play. 2 down in the first inning. And I also recorded the Phillies game. I don't know, ever since the last Windows update, it did wonders for my microphone. It put my microphone setting to telephone quality, and not recent telephone quality, but 1930s telephone quality for some reason, and so it didn't record very well. And also the animation was very choppy, so I turned off all. I rebooted the computer, and hopefully it's better today. We'll see. This laptop is not the most powerful PC. My desktop is much more powerful, but the microphone is much better on this one. So it's either or. You can't have it both ways. So here's Smead Jolly with 2 down here in the first. So he has bad ratings, but he gets a base hit up the middle, and here's the throw. Watwood makes it to third. So let's not get fooled by his bad ratings. He hits it hard up the middle to keep this inning alive for Johnny Kerr. Johnny Kerr with 2 out and 2 on. He hits it hard, but Aparicio, isn't it supposed to be Aparicio? Yes, it's supposed to be Aparicio, but it's Hansen today. Interesting call by the White Sox of 1968's manager. Anyway, there's nothing across for the 1930 White Sox. So we're going to the bottom of the first. And here's Sandy Alomar Jr. He looks like his son, Roberto, in this photo. Or in this historical... I don't know, I forget what they call it. Out of the park has their photo, their generated photo. It kind of looks like his son. Tommy Davis. 1 away here in the first. Hits it hard. Right to Kerr. But he's out. So there's 2 away quickly here in the first inning. Red Faber to Tommy McCraw. And he strikes him out to end the inning. So maybe it was a good call putting Red Faber in this game. Ted Lyons started all the other games. Here's Benny Tate. I think Chick got most of the starts, but he gets a base hit off the left-hander. So there's 1 on and nobody out here in the second inning for Bill Sissel, the shortstop. He can bunt for a hit, 75, but he can't sacrifice 40. So we'll just let him swing away then. Hits it, could be 2. Nope, they're not even going to throw. Fielder's choice, Sissel to first. And 1 down here in the second inning. And Sissel looks like he has some decent speed. Clancy, but the pitcher's up next. And regardless of how well the pitcher hits, he doesn't have good ratings. At least he hasn't. We haven't seen that. Let's check, make sure. So Faber, yes, he can pitch well, but what about his hitting ratings? Here we go. Nah, pretty bad. Okay, so we won't try to bunt him into scoring position. There's no point. So we'll just let him swing. Hits a little dribbler or a pop fly easy play to Hansen. And there's 2 out here in the second inning for the pitcher, Red Faber. He can bunt well, but there's 2 outs, so there's no point. He strikes out. So that's the end of 1.5. It's still scoreless. Here is Pete Ward, the best hitter on the team, as I have said already. Let's see if that's proven so here in this game. Fly to left field. Over is Smead Jolly, and he makes the play. 1 away. For Ron Hansen, his first appearance in this series. Looks like they only took his White Sox, because he came to the White Sox at the end of the year and batted .230. So they didn't include his ratings for his other team. Don't ask me who they were. So here's Ken Berry. 2 out here in the second. And that was hit hard, but it's right to Sissel, who makes the play. And there's 2 innings complete with no score. And the White Sox of 1968 don't even have a hit yet. So here's Willie Cam. He singled in the first inning. No, he walked last time up. And he hits a line drive right to Hansen for 1 out. Another pitcher's duel here today. The game I played out of the park in last night between the Phillies, that one was 7-1 for the 1930 Phillies, which is their biggest blowout of the series. Here's a base hit up the middle. So Watwood is on. And there's 1 out for Reynolds. So Chuck Klein really had his best day in out of the park. Let's see if Carl Reynolds can have his best day in out of the park. He's been disappointing. It's a balk. Okay. So he's on second now in scoring position with 1 out. Golden opportunity for Carl Reynolds. He hits it hard in the gap. And he dives and he makes the play. Who is that man in center field? It is Ken Berry. Ken Berry makes a great play to save a run. He is a great defensive center fielder. That's why he has this gold little button here. So it's 2 out now for Smead Jolly, and Watwood gets back. He thought he was going to score on that play, but he did manage to get back to second base without being doubled off. And Smead strikes out, so the side's retired. 1930s have 3 hits, but nothing to show for it. And we're in the bottom of the third now. Dwayne Josephson, the catcher, is up to face Faber. He hits it hard down the line. It's going to get to the wall. Could be 2. It is. And Dwayne Josephson leads off the third inning with the first White Sox of 1968 hit. And it's a double to put himself in scoring position for Buddy Bradford. Buddy Bradford is a .217 hitter. 5 home runs, 24 RBIs. Do you think there's any chance he might bunt? The pitcher's up next. I don't think so. Let's see. No, he hits it to first base. Clancy makes the play, but that's good as a bunt. So he inside outs that one and successfully gets Josephson to third base. Now the infield comes in for Gary Peters. Good play there. I think even the outfield is out. I'm going to put the outfield shallow too. Maybe have a chance to throw him out at the plate. He's not a fast runner. He's only a 30. Hits it pretty hard. He's going back. He gets there. Kerr makes the play from his infield in position. Had to go a long way. And that was a big, huge play because if it got by him, it would be 1-0 for 68s. But still, Sandy Alomar is up. And in this game, he looks like a good hitter. He's a 55 contact, .253 hitter with no home runs and 12 RBIs. So we're not out of the woods yet. But he strikes him out, the end of the inning and the threat. And after 3 innings, we're scoreless still. Here's Johnny Kerr. Johnny Kerr, his first time up. I'm still discovering where the best... Oh, right here is the best place. Yes. So he's 0 for 1. And he hits it pretty well, and looks like it's going to drop in front of Tommy Davis for a single. So Kerr gets on, leadoff hitter in the 4th, with the 4th hit of the game. And here's Benny Tate. He cannot bunt. So he had a single last time up, so maybe he can do it again. We're going to swing away. Hits it, could be 2. It is 2. 6-4-3 double play. 2 out here in the 4th. So that brings up Bill Sissel. Fans are still buzzing about that play. Hits it high, but Ken Berry should get there. And he does. End the inning after 3.5. Scoreless still. Let's see if Faber can match. Tommy Davis. The best hitters are coming up right now. Tommy Davis hits it hard. Smead, will he get there? He does not. Another leadoff double for Tommy Davis. So let's see if they can take advantage this time. They got the better hitters. They don't have the pitcher coming up and Bradford. So it is very promising inning for the 68s. Tommy McCraw wants to pull the ball to the right side to get Tommy Davis to 3rd for Pete Ward. Let's see if he can. But he strikes him out. Huge play for Red Faber. And he walks dejected back to the dugout. Here's Pete Ward. He is 0 for 1. 216 hitter, 15 home runs, 50 RBIs. And here's the pitch from Faber. Strikes him out. 2 strikeouts. And it brings up Ron Hansen, the unknown man. Let's see if he can do something. His ratings are excellent. 45, 60, and 55. He's got some power there in those numbers. And he does. He gets a base hit. That should score the first run. No, they're holding him. I guess they fear the arm of Smead Jolly. We'll take it, though. Ken Berry, he's 0 for 1 today. 252 hitter, 7 home runs, 32 RBIs. Hansen has no speed whatsoever. We don't even have to hold him on. Are we holding him on? I don't know. I guess it's up to me, huh? Hold runner. So I'm not going to do that. Here we go. Strikes him out. Faber pitches out of a jam here in the 4th. And after 4 innings, we're still scoreless. Here's the last inning for Gary Peters to face the bottom of the lineup. Clancy, Faber, and Willie Cam, leadoff hitter. Hits it pretty well, but Pete Ward makes the play. Nice arm there at 3rd base for the first out of the inning. Brings up Faber. And he strikes out. Not a real big surprise there as they go around the horn. Brings up Willie Cam. Cam is 0 for 1 with a walk. He led off the game with a walk. This time he walks him again. He checks his swing. Umpire says no, he didn't go around. I noticed when you watch games from the 70s and 80s, those guys, I mean, today they just barely have to move their bat and they get called for a strike. Those days they could pretty well go around and still it was called a check swing. So I don't know, which do you prefer? I think I like the old ways. I like, as long as it doesn't go in front of the plate, it should be, check swing. But that's just me. I'm old school. I like everything old. Anyway, here is 2 out. Johnny Watwood is up. He's 1 for 2 today. Hopefully it's not the last pitcher that Peters faces. Oh, what a play there! Sandy Alomar plays second base like his son, Roberto, and ends. I thought for sure that was getting through. But he makes a spectacular, put a gold star on that one. So it's after 4.5, it's still scoreless. Red Faber, he wants to keep this scoreless in his half of the 5th. He's facing the bottom of the lineup, Josephson, Bradford, and a pinch hitter. So here's Josephson. He hit a double last time, but not this time. Willie Cam throws him out, and there's 1 down here in the 5th. Buddy Bradford, 217 hitter, coming up. Here's a little blooper, but it looks like Reynolds will get there. And that's 2 away. Now we have to bring in a substitute. Who shall we bring in? Let's see. We only have Leon Wagner. That's the only left-hander we have. So with 2 out, we'll just bring Walt Williams into the game. Walt Williams will be coming in. There he is. He is a 241 hitter. So hopefully this is Faber's last batter. Yeah, but it's not. He hits could be 2. Let's see. He's going for... No, he held up. He would have been out if he went for 2. So the inning stays alive for Sandy Alomar, Sr., who made that great play at the end of the 5th inning. And throws the curve, he throws him out. That's the end of 5. We're still scoreless. After 5, it's no runs, 4 hits, and no errors for 1930. And no runs, 4 hits, and no errors for 1968. So we have to bring in a pitcher now to face the middle of the lineup. So they have just a plethora of relievers that we can use. I mean, once you get to the 8th, the reason why they've won, they've just 7th, 8th, and 9th innings, they have not allowed anything with Hoyt Wilhelm, Wilbur Wood, and Bob Locker manning the back end. If you can get a lead, then it's pretty much game over. So we'll bring in Joe Horland now. He's pretty much lights out as well. Has been in the series. In fact, in the Statis Pro, yes, that's the game I discovered that I had on my computer, Statis Pro Baseball Online, Joe Horland was perfect. 15 up and 15 down in that game. He was dominating. Let's see if he can be as dominating here to face the middle of the lineup. Carl Reynolds is 0 for 2. It should be easy for Barry, and it is 1 away. So you just know this is going to be like a 1-0 game. The 68s are going to scratch out a hit some way, somehow, and then with that bullpen, it's going to be over. Here's Smead. He had a base hit. He's 1 for 2. Strikes him out. He's going to grab some bench, and then Johnny Kerr. It's not even fair. Man, these guys are good. This looks pretty good, but it's a line drive right to Barry. When you got Barry in center field, anything that does get hit, he will field. Same with Sandy Alomar, my goodness. And Aparicio, but he's not playing today. So that's it for Faber. We've got right-hander and 2 left-handers. So we will see what we have in left-handers here on this team. We got a few. We got Caraway, Garland Braxton, and Dutch Henry. So we'll bring in Garland Braxton to come in. We can't play around here. We can't save guys for a rainy day. We got to bring him in now. He's probably one of the better pitchers on the team, but we can't play that game. We can't afford a single run. And look at this, a base hit to start off the 6th. So Tommy Davis is now 2 for 2. 2 for 3, sorry. 2 for 3. He has 2 of the 5 68 hits. McCraw. He can we can hold runners. Can McCraw bunt? He can't. He's going to swing away though. And he hits it hard. That's going to fall. Or no, he dives and makes the play. And the fans are dejected, but what a great play there in center field by Watwood. Jimmy Watwood with a diving sprawl and stole a base hit away from Tommy McCraw. If it would have dropped, it probably would be the inning. They got their run, but they might escape now. Here's Pete Ward to face the left-hander Garland Braxton. And he strikes him out. So he's rejuvenated or encouraged by his great fielding behind him. And there's 2 away for Ron Hansen. Hansen is 1 for 2. And he walks. So now there's a man in scoring position. And then for Ken Berry, the defensive whiz. See if he can get a hit here. He's got 2 men on. Hits it hard. Will it get through? No! Nice play by Sissel. And that's the end of the 6th inning. The White Sox get nothing and strand a pair. And we're still scoreless. To the 7th inning we go. Okay, so we will bring in now, to face 2 left-handers, we'll bring in Danny Lazar. Normally this is Locker's inning, the 7th, but he doesn't have a lead, so can't play that game. So here's Lazar to face Benny Tate, Bill Sissel, and Bud Clancy. I think this could be one of the first appearances for Lazar. And he grounds out. 1 away. And here in the 7th, Bill Sissel is up. He has a dribbler to the pitcher, and then Lazar makes the play. 2 away. Bud Clancy. Man, there's got to be somebody better than him that we can put out there. They got a bunch of catchers. Irv Jeffries. Fothergill is a little bit better, but he probably doesn't play first base. And his fielding is atrocious. So, yeah, I guess we're going to leave Bud Clancy, the bat. There's 2 out anyway. And here's did it bounce off the plate? No, it was a fly out. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the 7th inning stretch. I love the trivia question that Stratomatic throws at you. Yes, get my games mixed up. There's so many games running in my head. I get them all mixed up. I like the trivia question. They don't have a trivia question here, but they have a nice organ playing. I don't know if you can hear that. So the bottom of the lineup here in the 7th inning for Garland Braxton. He did a fine job there, although he did allow a couple of base runners. And we will bring in, still have Ted Lyons and Caraway. What's the bottom of the lineup, so we won't use them. We'll bring in... Didn't I say we're not going to play that game? No, Hal McCain isn't bad. Okay, we'll bring in Hal. Hal McCain. So Hal McCain comes in to face the bottom of the lineup for the 68 White Sox. Very 68 type of game so far here today. He hits it hard and high, but it looks like Smee Jolly will get there. And there's 1 away. Buddy Bradford, he is 0 for 2. And he hits it hard to outfield, but Reynolds will get there for 2 out. So Hal McCain must be a fly ball pitcher. And here's Danny Lazar. That means we have to bring in a pinch hitter. And we are going to... Leon Wagner's not that good. Who's the guy we're going to save here? We got McNertney. Aparicio's a 60, and he doesn't get in the game to start. Well, we're not going to use him here. We're going to use... he's the only catcher. I don't know. There's no injuries on. So we're bringing in Melton. Bring in the young phenom, who's 5-star potential. But in this game, we'll never see it because we're not playing 69 and 70 and 71. This is it. So here's Bill Melton, 266 hitter, 322 on base, and 717 OPS. To face Hal McCain with 2 out here in the 7th. He hits it hard. But nice play by Clancy. Throws it to McCain for the out, who is covering. And that's the end of the 7th inning. Still, after 7, the score is 0-0. So that's it for Bill Melton. And he's going to be facing McCain, or pinch hitter, Cam and Watwood. So we will bring in Tommy John. Tommy John will come into the game. His son is Dr. Tommy John. That's quite fitting for someone who is noted for his medical procedure. That's named after him, that his son would be a doctor. Tommy John coming into the game. And I might as well bring in a pinch hitter instead of coming back to the screen. We will have a few more options here than they have. We will bring in Ernie Smith. Maybe he can get a walk. He has a good, not good, but somewhat decent eye. So Ernie Smith is coming to lead this one off. His first appearance of the series. Here's the first pitch to Ernie Smith. And he hits it to Ken Berry. That should be easy. One away. Willie Cam. He is 0 for 1, but he has 2 walks. So let's see if he can do it again. Nope, he hits it. Will it drop? Will it drop? No. Not in front of Ken Berry. He's a human vacuum cleaner out there in center field. So 2 away here in the 8th for Johnny Watwood. And he strikes out, so Tommy John has no problem with the 30s here in the 8th inning. So we will bring in, now we've got the top of the lineup. So we're not going to play any games here. We're going to put in our man Ted Lyons, who normally starts all the games, but he is relieving today. Bottom of the 8th, no score. Top of the lineup, 468. Sandy Alomar is up, and he is most noted for that great play on the diving stop he made to end the inning there in 5th or 6th inning. He's 0 for 3 today at the bat. Nice play by Cam. Throws him out. 1 away here in the 8th. This could go on forever. Do I have enough space on my hard drive for this recording? That is the question. Here's Ted Lyons facing Tommy Davis. Tommy Davis has had a good day, the best day of anybody on the 68 White Sox. He's 2 for 3. He hits a pretty good ball into the gap, but Watwood should be there and makes the play for the second out. And Tommy McCraw, he's 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Ted Lyons is doing a great job here. Will Smead get there? No, it's a base hit. 2-out knocker for McCraw, and that brings up Pete Ward with the man on. This smells to me like a home run opportunity. Let's see if I'm right. He's going to try to steal, and I didn't hold him. I forgot all about him. Okay, well, I could put on Ward to face Hansen. See, Ward is a 70 power. Hansen versus right-handers, it's not quite as good. I might do that. So we are going to intentionally walk him. So this is the most tense moment of this game so far. The game loves out of the park loves Ron Hansen. Let's see if it's justified here in the 8th inning. 2 men on, 2 men out. Ted Lyons, normally the ace of the staff, is on the mound against the unknown Ron Hansen. And he hits it. Will it drop? Will it drop? Watwood is there. The fans are disgusted. Guess they want to go home, but they're not going home yet. As after 8 innings, we're scoreless. So that's it for Tommy John. And we will bring in Mr. Might as well bring in Hoyt Wilhelm. He normally pitches the 9th inning. So he'll pitch it again. That's what he's used to. Don't want to take him out of his routine. He's going to face the heart of the lineup. Reynolds has been held in check today. 0 for 3. Knuckleballer Wilhelm. He's 0 for 3. Hits it down the line, and it'll be caught. One away. Bradford makes the play. Smead Jolly. He is 1 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Hits it up the middle. It's going to drop. That's one that Barry couldn't get to because it was a line drive over the head of the second baseman. And that's the first hit for the 30s in quite a while. So Smead Jolly is 2 for 4 today. And brings up John Kerr. With one out, he hits it down the line, but Ward was playing that way. Could be 2. No, he makes it. Beats it out. And the 1930s lived to tell and lived to hit another day. Let me put it that way. Here's Benny Tate. Finally gets to face a right-handed pitcher. 2 out here in the 9th inning. He hits it. A base hit. Will he go to third? He will. So this probably is the best opportunity that I remember for the 30s in this game. I think they had first and third one other time too. But here's Sissel. He's 0 for 3. He's due. Very much due. Boy, what a huge run if we can get one here off the great knuckleballer Wilhelm. And that looks like Barry will get to it. No problem at all. The inning's over. We do not score, and after 8.5, we're still scoreless. Pull up a chair. Pour yourself a cold one. This could go on for a while. That's it for Ted Lyons. We can't use him anymore. And we got the bottom of the lineup. 3 right-handers in a row. We're not going to use our closer. Boy. Caraway Blankenship has no control. Tommy Thomas. So we're going to bring in not Big Ed Walsh. Little Ed Walsh. This could be dangerous, but it's the bottom of the lineup. I know I always play this game, but this game of saving, I gotta, you gotta start to think this could go a while. Here's Ed Walsh for the bottom of the lineup. Let's see if we pay the price. He's not that bad, I don't think. Hits it hard. Will Smead get there? He does. One away here in the 9th. Dwayne Josephson. He's 1 for 3. Hit that double to lead off one of those innings way back then. And he hits it hard again. I don't think it's a double, but it's a base hit. Watwood throws it back in, holds him to a single. So they got something going here. Buddy Bradford, he is 0 for 3. And he is a decent... No, he's not a decent bunter. He's a decent base stealer, but not a decent bunter, so we shouldn't fear that. Here's Walsh's pitch. Hits it. Could be 2. Throw it! Oh, he beats it out. A little hesitation there by Johnny Kerr cost them the double play. And now that's it for Hoyt Wilhelm. They're going to bring a pinch hitter. I guess it's Leon Wagner time. They got a man on. Leon Wagner. Hold on. That didn't register. We got to try again. So Leon Wagner, the only left-hander on the bench, will come in and face Ed Walsh. With 2 out here in the 9th inning. He hits it down the line. Will Smead get there? He dives and makes the play. So after 9 innings, we are scoreless. The line score is 1930 White Sox, no runs, 6 hits, no errors. In the 1968 White Sox, no runs, 7 hits, and no errors. So we have to go into extra innings. And it's Clancy, Walsh, and Cam. And we'll bring in Mr. Fred Rath Sr. I think that the 68s have a few more pitchers on the bench than we do. They've come more prepared for this marathon game. Here's Bud Clancy. I think that's the first time he's facing a right-handed pitcher today. And he hits it up the middle, but that's going to get there. The mystery man. Yes, Hanson. One of the Hanson brothers. He gets there. And there's 1 out. So Walsh is up. And we're going to put in a pinch hitter for him. Fothergill Barnes. We'll bring in Red Barnes. Sure. Red Barnes it is. We need base runners. So here we are in the 10th inning, 1 away for Red Barnes. And he hits it, and Alomar has incredible range there at second base. I've seen hits like that go through in other games, but Alomar has great defense, it looks like. So there's 2 away for Willie Cam. Willie Cam is walked twice, and he's 0 for 2. With 2 out here in the 10th. Hits it pretty well, but Ward makes the play easily and throws him out, and that's it. So Mr. Rath does a great job, and we're through 9.5 innings, still scoreless. So we have to think about who's the last man standing. Who has the best stamina? 25? Nope. Not him. So we got to use him before. Tommy Thomas has stamina of 75. That's not bad. Dutch Henry, 70. I don't want him to be the last one. He's probably the poorest pitcher we got left. Blankenship. He's only at 25 stamina. So we're not going to use... not going to save him. And Caraway is a 70. So that means Tommy Thomas will be our long man. We'll hold him for last. And we're facing the top of the lineup. We got 2 left-handers coming in. And we got 2 left-handers left. So I think we're going to use Caraway. I'm going to save Dutch Henry for the bottom. He doesn't install confidence in me. So Pat Caraway, one of the top 3 starters for the 30 White Sox, is coming into this game to face the top of the lineup here in the bottom of the 10th. Sandy Alomar. This could be a midnight type game. He hits it deep, but Smead Jolly makes the play at the track for the first out. Nice play by Smead. Tommy Davis, he's 2 for 4. He's a happy man with his good performance today. It's down line. Cam makes the play, and it's 2 out here in the 10th. McCraw is 1 for 4. He hits it up the middle for a 2-out knocker, and that's the 8th hit for the 68 White Sox. And I kind of was hoping for that, because that way we can have Pete Ward against the left-hander. Brings his power down to a 60, and he strikes out. He's had a bad day. 3 strikeouts for Pete Ward. That is not like him in this series. So we're through 10 innings. We're still scoreless. Will we ever get a run? So who are they going to bring in? Wilbur Wood. So we have to think also the same way. Who's got the best stamina? 55 for Mr. Jerry Nyman. Cisco Carlos has 50. Jack Fisher, I think he'd be a good stamina guy. 65. Dennis Ryband, 35. We got to use him up. Wilbur Wood, 25. And Bob Locker is probably down there too, 25 exactly. So we're at the top of the lineup. We got 2 left-handers. So the man we're going to save, probably Jack Fisher. No, he's 65. 55. Who was it then? Cisco Carlos? Were you the guy with the stamina? 50. No, I think it's probably Fisher then. So we're going to bring in Wilbur Wood now. Because it's the power of the lineup here. And he's a great pitcher. So we are in the top of the 11th. Wilbur Wood to face Watwood, Reynolds, and Jolly. Gets a bat on the ball, but it's a dribbler to Sandy Alomar. Has no problem with that one. And we have 1 away here in the 11th. Here's Carl Reynolds. And he doesn't hit it hard, and Wood makes the play easily. So there's 2 out. Smead Jolly now. He is 2 for 4. With that one, Reynolds is now 0 for 5. And he gets a little blooper over the third baseman Ward, and we have a 2-out single for Smead Jolly. And brings up John Kerr, who's 1 for 4. We really would love a gapper. Something down the line, something in the gap. That would be very nice. Hits it hard, but I think it's right to Davis. Makes the play. He had the idea, but just hit it to the guy. Didn't hit him where they ain't. And after 10.5 innings, still scoreless. All right. Got 4 pitchers left. Got all right-handers. Tommy Thomas was the guy we're saving. So we're going to bring in Blankenship. Blankenship is the guy we're going to keep. Or the guy we're going to put in to face Hansen. 1 for 3. Ken Berry and Josephson. Here in the bottom of the 11th inning. He hits it hard. Down the line. Will he get 2? He's going for 2. Seems like Smead had a little bit of trouble getting it out of his glove. And he's got a leadoff double for Hansen. So now things will get interesting. They're playing the infield normal with a 40-sack bunt. I don't think he'll be bunting, but he's going to try to go inside it out and hit it to the right side. Let's see if he's successful. He does. He hits it the other way, but hits it in the air. I don't know if it's deep enough. Reynolds gets it back in, and there's one down. That was a 3-0 pitch. He had the green light, but did not do. He tried going the other way. That was what he tried to do, but he didn't get it down. So that's Josephson, who has a good day, 2 for 4. Had a double and a single. I almost think like I should put him on. I mean, Bradford has shown nothing in this game. Oh well. Hits it right to Sissel, and he throws him out. No need to worry. Here's Buddy Bradford. Now they have nothing on their bench, but I don't know. Bradford hasn't shown much, so I'm gonna. The guys on the bench are probably a little bit worse than Bradford. It makes him use them. No, Aparicio is actually a good hitter. McNertney, I don't think you're gaining much by putting him on. So we're going to have to pitch to him. Could be the hero. This could be what I'm going to be answering after the game in the press conference. Why did you pitch to Bradford? Why didn't you put him on? I didn't think the Bradford was much better than the guys on the bench, the pinch hitters, so that's why. So for 4, he hits it hard. Will Watwood get there? He will, and ends the inning. So they won't ask me those questions, thank goodness. So after 11 innings, we're still scoreless. How long will this go? All right, so that's it for Wilbur Wood. And it's Tate, Sissel, and Clancy. And then we got Jerry Nyman. He's at 55. Is it time for him? No, I think Watwood and Jolly are more scary than Tate and Clancy. So we'll bring in Mr. Dennis Ryband. Dennis Rybant. Here we go. Top of the 12th. Will my voice hold out? Hits it. Looks like it's going to be caught. And it is. Buddy Bradford makes the play. Bill Sissel. Sissel's 0 for 4. But he's played a pretty decent shortstop today. Hits it hard, but Ward was playing him perfectly. And there's 2 out. Bud Clancy doesn't have much power. Nice to hit one out. Hits it the other way. It looks like it's going to drop. Will he get 2? He's going for 2. No, he's holding. Boy, it'd be nice if he got to second base, but now we got to bring in a pinch hitter. So we got Chick Autry, who normally is the catcher in these games. Fothergill, Jeffries, and Riddle. We'll bring in Father. Boy, gotta use some of these catchers. We don't need all these catchers. Johnny Riddle. The Joker, Johnny Riddle. Okay, here we go. Let's see what we can do. 12th inning. I don't have much hope here. Oh, that was hit hard. Catcher makes the play, and that is the end of the inning. He had full count, but just couldn't resist that one. So after 11 and a half, we're still scoreless. And we got the pinch hitter, Alomar and Davis. Got 3 pitchers left. So the best pitcher we have is Moore, obviously. I'm going to bring in him. He's the worst pitcher we have left. They don't have much on the bench. All right. And the pinch hitter for them will be... who? Man, he should be out there playing shortstop. He was amazing. So we're not just going to use him as a pinch hitter. McNertney is going to be the pinch hitter. They only got 1 man left. I wonder if Hansen can play other positions. Yeah, he can play anywhere in the infield. Okay, he's not going to play. He's not going to take the place, though, of Sandy. Because, well, maybe he can. Sandy's had a great day in the field, but he's not done anything with the bat. So we might... I don't know if we'll pinch hit for him, but we'll think about putting Aparicio for Sandy Alomar. All right, Dutch Henry. Down the line. Couldn't get to that ball. Willie Cam. He's going for 2. Here's the throw. He's safe. This is scary. I have to use them all. All right. The switch hitter, Sandy Alomar. And he is not a good bunter, surprisingly. Okay, we're going to throw. He's over for 5. Hits the other way, and he gets through! So he's going for home! Here's the throw! He is safe easily, and the game is over! 1-0. Thanks to Sandy Alomar, who's the hero today. They win it in the 12th inning, 1-0. So here's your box score. The final line score for the 30 White Sox. No runs, 8 hits, and no errors for the 68 White Sox. 1 hit, 1 run, 11 hits, and no errors. So the 1968 White Sox made it look easy. I don't know, that didn't look easy to me. It was, any game that goes 12 innings isn't easy. Their pitchers dominated, of course, but they couldn't do much with the bat. As they collected the first World Series championship in club history. Interesting. I think they won it in 1917. They swept the 1930 White Sox in straight games, winning the series 1-0. They disposed of them 1-0 in the series finale at Comiskey Park. They were the better team this year, no doubt about it. I don't know. They won the series, 6-3. So, yeah, they were better, I guess. So, the winning pitcher is Dennis Rybant. And the loser is Dutch Henry. He had nothing out there today. And a lot of great pitching performances on both sides. And the best batter for the 30s was Smead Jolly. The best batter for the 68s, I don't know, there are a lot of guys who are 2 for 5. Could be any one of them. To me, the most impressive was Josephson. But I could be wrong. The man who drove in the run has to be the hero, Sandy Alomar Sr. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's ball game. 12-inning affair. You got your money's worth. You can't say you didn't. Well, once again, until next time, this is King Ikeboo signing off from Comiskey Park on the south side of Chicago, where the final score in 12 innings, once again, the 1968 White Sox won, the 1930 White Sox nothing. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye, everybody.